A very good evening to one and all. My name is Dr. Shyam Mohan. I'm one of the partners of Pradignya, and welcome to all of you to this introductory session on Ashana by Pradignya, a program by Pradignya. So, without further ado, let us start. Next slide, please. So this, in fact, is our sixth program in Pradignya, and this was our first program, which is cosmetology, and these are the faculties of cosmetology class. Next slide, please. This was our second one. We had a Panchakarma, Kerala Panchakarma was a course that we had. Next, please. Agnikarma by Dr. Alex was our third program. Uttaravasti specialty was our fourth program, and our fifth program was advanced cosmetological product making and SOPs, etc. We just started this last week, and these were the feedbacks of our participants about our classes. So we will post this all of this in the groups, and you'll be able to see everything. Now, just before we start, let me give you why this program was developed, or what was a motive behind this. So this actually, we wanted this to be a program that can help the students, the Ayurvedic community, to become better. The reason is not everyone of us, not all of us can pinpoint diagnosis is not easy for everyone. So this can be for a practitioner, this can be a brush up of what they learned. Maybe some specialties they have not yet considered, they can consider after this, because our treatment, as you all know, starts with proper diagnosis, right? So this was our motive behind this. And of course, as you can see, there is a precise and comprehensive sessions on clinical examinations. Our experts will be giving you all the details of how to examine a patient and everything, system-wise analysis of clinical presentation and diagnosis. Next time a patient comes to you, you do not have to worry about where to start. Detailed discussion on clinical approach and diagnostic methods. Now, this is important. Sometimes a patient goes to a modern hospital and comes with a diagnosis and we accept it, right? No, we have to have our own views on that. We have to diagnose the patient on our terms. So we have to be very careful about that also. Then presentation through examination, which end in precise prescription. So this is our aim for the student and the practitioner, if they are interested. Diagnostic consideration of various system, Ayurvedic and modern approach. We'll be talking about that. We'll be having sessions on those as well. Clinical examination, Ayurvedic approach will be there, and versatile subjects handled by experts. All our teachers are experts in the field. We took our time to bring all of them together, and we are now ready to take this session forward. So next slide, please. So next we have our teachers of this session that we are going to have, named Ashana. We have Dr. S. Gopakumar, we have Dr. Mukesh Ravalat, we have Dr. Madhu PM, Dr. Gopi Krishna S, Dr. Rahul R. Nair, Dr. R. Jayakumar, Dr. Muhammad Mirdas, Dr. Sitara Satishan, and Dr. Vandana A. All of them are teachers and they are experts in their fields. So we will be introducing each and every person, and they will be introducing the topics they will be taking. So first, I need to call upon the person who is the backbone of this Ashana program of Pradignya, which is Dr. Rahul R. Nair, because he was the one who had this vision, and he was the one who helped us to fulfill this mission. So let me call upon Dr. Rahul R. Nair. Before that, I just give you a brief introduction of Dr. Rahul R. Nair. He's a very good friend, first of all, and Dr. Rahul R. Nair had his BAMS from BPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakkal, and his MD in Roganidanam from Government Ayurveda College, Pariyaram, Kannur. Prior to the post-graduation, he worked as a demonstrator at Department of Kriya Sharira, Amrita School of Ayurveda, and Amrita Vishwavidyalaya Deemed University, and as a tutor at MVR Ayurveda Medical College, Parashinkadavu, Kannur. After post-graduation, he worked initially as a lecturer and thereafter as an assistant professor of Roganidanam at MVR Ayurveda Medical College, Parashinkadavu, for 5 years. During the period, he was instrumental in developing a cancer care clinic at the institution. Currently, he works as an associate professor and HOD of Roganidhanam at Ashtanga Ayurveda Vidyapitham, Palakkad district, and is a specialist consultant at the teaching hospital. He leads a cancer care clinic at the same hospital. He is also serving as a senior visiting consultant at Sidaram Specialty Clinics at Kannur and Palakkad. He is interested to explore the personalized diagnostic and management approaches of Ayurveda for the current era diseases and to synthesize highly effective solutions by combining the best technological advances and Ayurvedic wisdom. We all know Dr. Rahul R. Nair as the person who stays behind to answer all the questions for the students and always helps all of us in time of need. Dr. Rahul, let me call upon Dr. Rahul now, 1 second, so that he can introduce his topic. Rahul sir, hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Now it is. And thank you, Dr. Shyam, for the wonderful introduction.
Over to you, sir. Over to you. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So, good afternoon, one and all. My dear friends, my teacher and a colleague in this workshop, Dr. P.M. Madhusar, who is here now, and all other respected teachers here, and also Dr. Anjana, as well as Dr. Rahul and Dr. Shyam Mohan sir, who is the backbone of what all activities happening in Pradipnya. And in this evening, we are here to share a few words regarding the upcoming program, Yashana. Actually, now we are in a situation wherein we are all overpowered by a difficult pandemic, which made us shut us inside the home. But during that period, we all started to learn vibrantly, to attend more and more webinars. Prior to Corona, just like we are now classifying the age as BC, before Corona times, we were having exposure to seminars wherein we will be getting in touch with those good speakers once in a while, because when they visit our college or when they were coming to our state, etc. So the learning period or learning opportunity was very less. But during these times of Corona or after Corona time, we were exposed to a new platform of learning, that is online platform, wherein we are having abundant opportunities to interact with experts, to gain more knowledge by sitting in the comfort of our home. And moreover, during this period of pandemic, we got a sweeping change in the fact that neither high-end technologies nor very great infrastructures, costly machines, etc. are not enough to save the lives of millions of people around the globe. And when you see the picture of the current medical scenario, we can see that everyone is in search for some other solutions, which may be strengthening the possibilities of exploring the strength of human being in counteracting diseases. So in that place, Ayurveda is getting paramount importance, whereas everybody around the globe, all the medical professionals and the general public are in search for a meticulous Ayurvedic physician who is capable of addressing the different multidimensional needs of health needs of individuals. But for addressing that health needs, the basic investment we need is our confidence regarding the different types of clinical presentations, the ways to examine them, the utility of different investigations, technological investigations available for us, and above all that, the suitable utility of Ayurvedic clinical examination methods, or I may say they are the greatest form of personalized medical systems around the globe. Because in Ayurvedic terms, if you examine a patient, you are getting a very close inspection into the diet, lifestyle, and every other pattern of this patient. And we are relating those clinical facts to the presentations of the patient. And we are constructing an individualized, or rather we will say a personalized Samprapti for each patient. See, if 10 patients came with the COVID-19, we are possible to write. It is possible for us to write 10 different pathogenesis because we are making the cocktail of medicine personalized for each patient. So how to generate prescriptions by using this amount of information, that is a wide range of information we are having, right from the modern clinical methods, investigations, the wisdom of Ayurvedic clinical methods, and evaluating all these facts together in each system, we can derive very beautiful diagnostic approaches. And on the basis of that diagnostic approach, we can create highly personalized prescriptions. So this is the need of the hour. So our program aims to connect, or we want to provide a bridge between the clinical presentations and concise prescriptions. So how to arrive at very good, effective, cost-effective, pocket-friendly prescriptions by using the clinical knowledge which we are accessible now, either from Ayurveda or from clinical methods or from investigations, and all coupling all these facts together. So it's a process of synthesis, synthesizing all those information, packing it together, analyzing in a critical way, and arriving at conclusions and writing very good prescriptions. So for that, we have got this program, and in this program, we have got different sessions. As you have seen, we have got the session starting by the introduction lecture about the need of assessing the clinical presentations and examining them, connecting them, and finally drafting a prescription. The introduction lecture is given by none other than Dr. Babu Sir, who is a very famous orator, highly efficient teacher. And thereafter, we will be entering into system-wise examination. And under each system, we will be planning to present you. It's not the usual academic way of presentation, wherein we will be starting with say inspection, palpation, percussion, likewise. No, it's not like that, because many of you are learned practitioners, and what you prefer, we know that what you prefer is we will start with clinical presentations. What all clinical presentations available in each system, we will present to you. That means those presentations are coming to you. And by using that, how the analysis of that clinical presentation, then we will be going into examination, investigation, and finally into Ayurvedic clinical methods, and we will combine together and arrive at certain important points under each heading, which will help you to draft the prescription. It's just like the old story of an old man who saw a young person and told him that I will either give you fish or I will teach you the technique of catching fish. So the young man replied that I don't want your fish. Instead, I want the technique of catching the fish. So here in this session, we are not giving you some prescriptions. We are not giving you some medicines. We are not giving you advice regarding some procedures. Instead, we try to focus on how to select medicine, how to write prescriptions, how to focus on certain procedures in certain clinical situations. Analysis of a clinical situation and the root of the systematic analysis of a clinical situation and arriving at a prescription is the key or the core aspect of this presentation, rather than telling you different formulations and different procedures. So we will be telling about procedures, we will be telling about the medicine, of course, but more than that, we will be telling on how to arrive at that particular clinical situation on those focused medicines and procedures. So after the introduction lecture, we will be having a lecture regarding the wonders of Ayurvedic clinical examination, what all wonders we can have in that. And then we will be moving on to the systematic examinations. And prior to that, we will have a special class on Ayurvedic general examination techniques, in which we will be dealing how to focus on the outputs of a general examination, how to connect it with the different clinical models which are mentioned in our Samhitas, and then how to proceed further. And then we will be entering into all those systems like respiratory system, cardiovascular system, then gastrointestinal system, musculoskeletal, neurology, dermatology, and 2 more sessions regarding the use of gynecology in clinical practice, as well as the issue of subfertility. What all things you have to be focusing on the issue of subfertility, etc., are also being provided under this course. And regarding my classes, myself taking 3 important sessions. The first one is regarding a single session on Ayurvedic clinical examination techniques. The second series is on musculoskeletal system examination, wherein very common presentations like neck pain, low back pain, knee pain, etc., how to focus on them, how to investigate, examine, how to have an Ayurvedic interpretation, and finally how to draft the diagnosis are being discussed. And the second area is the area of gastroenterology, wherein we are having a broad spectrum of Adisaram, Narshas, Grahani, etc. All those spectrums will be covered under the area of gastroenterology, wherein we will be talking about the general techniques of examination and investigations in one class. The second class, we will be dealing with the upper GI pathologies, third class, lower GI pathologies, and finally, we will be having a special session focusing on liver pathologies, because the liver pathologies are rampant very now. So every now and then, a general practitioner will be approached by a patient with a different liver manifestation, starting from simple fatty liver or a complicated cirrhosis. So how to utilize information to approach that cases, that will also be discussed. So this much about my session, and my colleagues are here. I think everybody will be sharing you about the interesting, vibrant classes which are planned under this program. So I am very much thankful to all of you, because I can see that when I am taking classes in the Resolute, I can see that how much clinically inquisitive all of you are, and you are ready to receive this knowledge. And many a time, my sessions were ending with very good questions that were actually stimulative for myself for further learning. So thank you all once again, and thank you for Dr. Shyam for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rahul. You are the backbone actually for this program. So I just want to tell you all, because Dr. Rahul is posting a link in the chat. If you are clicking on that, you will be added to that WhatsApp chat where we'll be posting all the brochures, all the details about this course later on. So if you have missed something, you can get all the details there itself. Okay. So let me call upon Dr. Gopi Krishna. So before, again, I hand it over to him, let me give you a brief introduction of him. Dr. Gopi Krishna S, MDIU, done as BAMS from SDM College of Ayurveda, Udupi, and post-graduation in the subject of Agatha Tantra. He was working as assistant professor in the Department of Agatha Tantra at SDM College of Ayurveda, Udupi for 4.5 years. Since 2012, he is continuing as an assistant professor in Agatha Tantra at BPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakkal. He has done lots and lots of presentations. So let me now call upon Dr. Gopi Krishna. Hello.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Welcome all. Welcome to all the participants and all the teachers who have been, encouraging for all the participants, and also your wonderful work that you have been doing for the past year or so. Nearly, I think it's nearly a year that since I think your series of webinars have been going on so wonderfully, and I'm following it. And luckily, I was also a part of it. I had been a part of it, and it was a great experience sharing my experiences in clinics with you and your organization. And in this session, kindly excuse, because at present I am one of the coordinators of the program going on from our institution. It's a 7-day program on dermatology, and I am coordinating that program. So I will have to be very precise in informing about what I'm going to deal with. It will be thyroid disorders, and also I have at present planned to engage it in 3 sessions. First one will be regarding the anatomical and physiological aspects of thyroid, and together with that the Ayurvedic view, what are all the references that we will have to go through when considering the clinical aspect of anatomy as well as physiology of thyroid disorders, and applied anatomy. Definitely, we have to be very, very specific before deciding for a prescription. And on the next session, we will discuss about the pathology, the samprapti, the nidana, and how in the textbook they have interpreted where are all the areas scattered in the textbook in our samhita. Obviously, we have to go through before taking the history and during the building up a samprapti. We all know building samprapti is like building a home. It's very difficult at times and intricate at times. We will land up in somewhere else if we lose our track, obviously. So let us try in various aspects of the clinical condition presenting before us, which may be directly or indirectly relating to the thyroid. It's samprapti, and up to the diagnostic level, we will be dealing with the second session. And in the last session, probably the most important session, where we will be discussing with the treatment, Shodhana and Shamana especially, and how diet influences the treatment, as well as the diet influences the manifestation of the disorder. And together with that, where we have to do Shodhana karma, to whom we have to do the Shodhana karma, to whom we have to restrain ourselves doing from the Shodhana karma, and specifically stick on to the Shamana and yogas, especially other than Kanchana Raghukulam. We usually land up in Kanchana Raghukulam when we think of thyroid disorders. But let us explore various areas where all we can travel in the Samhita regarding the treatment as well as planning our prescription, because planning the prescription is like beautifying our home, definitely. So we will be dealing with the thyroid disorders on all these 3 sessions. And finally, I hope I will be able to do justification for the participants so that they will not be in a perplexed situation when a case comes with thyroid disorders, and how to interpret through Ayurvedic principles. Let us be more concise or more specific towards the Ayurvedic textbook, especially while dealing with the thyroid disorders, rather than thinking in more and more modern perspective, because our concept on modern ends on the diagnostic area. Then we have to think in our own way through our samhitas, and let us hope we will have a very enthusiastic participants and enthusiastic teachers throughout the discussion. Over to you, sir. Thank you for giving that opportunity.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. And as said, and as Sir said, even after this class is over, we'll be forming WhatsApp groups where after this, when you're starting to practice, there will be doubts in your mind, and that will be cleared by the teachers whenever they have time. So you'll be able to have a WhatsApp group where you can ask questions about this topic, and that there'll be interaction with teachers all along. So it'll be like a hand holding for you to practice this. Also, Dr. Rahul is posting some links in the chats which you can click on and join a WhatsApp link where we'll be posting all the brochures, all the details about the program, so that will be, you will have much more information before you join this course. And yes, there are, Dr. Nidhi has already posted a doubt in the chat. If you have some doubts, please post in the chat. Some of the doubts we will be clearing after our teachers give their introduction. So next, we'll be calling Dr. P.M. Madhu. So before, again, I hand it over to him, please, a small introduction of Dr. Madhu. Presently working as an assistant professor, Roganidhanan Department at Government Ayurveda College, Kannur. Graduated from VPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakkal, and post-graduated from Government Ayurveda College, Kannur. Got various awards, published many books, and presented many papers in various scientific seminars. National award for thesis writing in 3 consecutive years. So let me call upon Dr. Madhu. Also, I have to say he has written books, and today I bought one of his books. So over to you, Dr. Madhu.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. First of all, let me congratulate the team Pradigna for arranging such a wonderful session regarding the clinical examination part. As Dr. Rahul explained in the introduction, the clinical examination in Ayurveda, it is a very, very relevant portion, because the clinical examination part concerning the various system examination, we are studying in modern parlance only. In Ayurvedic parlance, while we consider the theoretical aspects, the bridging between the theory and the practice is always very difficult, and we are not practicing our Ayurveda according to the clinical experiences. Clinical examination is not using properly in practice. So this session is very relevant, because the how we can arrange how we can conduct a clinical examination in Ayurvedic view, and how we can frame the Samprapti Ghatakas and Samprapti in Ayurvedic profile, and how we can frame a treatment protocol, or how we can approach the patient with an Ayurvedic profile is highly relevant nowadays. So in my session about the dermatology, usually we are seeing so many cases in dermatology. We have to practice, actually in Ayurvedic dermatological practice, we can stick upon our own principles, and our own principles can be adopted for taking proper appropriate drugs, both internal and external uses. So in my session, I will be concentrating upon the principles and practices that we are using in our daily clinics, how we can identify each and every dermatological cases, and how we can interpret in Ayurvedic Samprapti, and how we can arrange them in a better way to select proper drugs, both internal and external aspects. So there are so many basic ideas which we can use to bridge between the theory and practice. So actually these are very, very practical, and in modern parlance, if we are considering the integumentary system examination, these are not interlinked between the practice and our clinical practice. So actually we have to identify the morphological features of each and every clinical entities, and we have to interpret each and every clinical entities of Ayurvedic the dermatological cases in Ayurvedic profile, and we have to identify, or we have to correlate the clinical entities with the discrete distributions of cutaneous manifestations described in our classics. So we can correctly correlate these clinical conditions, and we can adopt appropriate treatment for each and every cases. In my session, I will be concentrating upon these parts, and how we can adopt the proper pathyas, and how we can adopt the topical therapy, various topical therapies in dermatological cases. And these are the subtitles covered during my session. Actually, this is not a clinical examination session, but the bridging between the theory and practice of Ayurvedic dermatology. So in my session, I will concentrate mainly upon the bridging between the theory and practice of Ayurvedic dermatology. Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madhu, sir, for this introduction. Thank you for that. Dr. Rahul is posting, chats in the chat box, links where you can join the WhatsApp group. So those who have just joined us now, you can get there, and you can click on the link and join that WhatsApp group and get the details like brochures and everything later. So let me now call upon Dr. Mukesh Adavalat. So again, Dr. Mukesh, let me give you a brief introduction of Dr. Mukesh now. Dr. Mukesh Adavalat is currently working as an assistant professor, Department of Roganidhanam at Vaidyaratnam PSYS Ayurveda College, Kottakkal, with a master's degree in Ayurveda from the University of Kannur. He served in the Department of Indian System of Medicine, Government of Kerala for 5 years before taking up his current tenure as an educator. An active clinician and clinical educator, Dr. Mukesh has to credit several published papers in national and international journals. Also, he has delivered talks in various seminars in India and abroad. In the year 2013, he has visited southern states of USA as a part of group study exchange program and delivered orientation talks on Ayurveda at different conferences. He's a regular faculty in Ayurvedic training programs, research workshops, and also an editorial member in the leading scientific journals. Currently, he is working on standardizing Ayurvedic examination techniques and conducting research on role of GIT in various pain pathologies as part of his earning his PhD. So, Dr. Mukesh, over to you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, all. Thanks, Dr. Shyam, for introducing me. And I thank the organizers for inviting me for delivering lectures on in this what you call an elaborate platform where we can train doctors, or even we can brush up experienced physicians as well regarding their clinical approach. So as we all know that whenever we go through an academic educational process, there are certain times when where we feel that we need more fine tuning of our skills. So I think such programs will always help us in fine tuning, because rather than lecturers, we can consider this as an exchange of ideas between, because we all are practitioners and we all keep on seeing patients at several what you call point of care, and we can see this as a what you call opportunity to exchange our ideas. So the topics assigned to me are cardiovascular system and respiratory system. So coming to these two systems, I think we know that a good amount of our patient visits forms mainly due to these system involvement, like bronchial asthma or other chronic cough conditions, etc., etc. So again, these two systems are related to each other. The lungs and heart, we know they are interconnected, and one of pathology in one of the organ can lead to the pathology in the other as well. So coming to the Ayurveda, since the Ayurveda has what you call Ayurveda have a symptom-oriented approach in the narration of the disease, most of the times we get to, or tend to get confused regarding how to interpret all these disorders in our Ayurvedic viewpoint. So my aim will be that the first class will be, I'll be briefing about the examination aspect of the chest, so that in respiratory and cardiovascular system, how can we examine on the modern viewpoint? And from the second session onwards, I am planning to do 4 classes on these two systems. So on the second session, we will deal with how to approach a patient with who presents with a cough or a dyspnea as a predominant manifestation. What all conditions we can consider on how we can interpret these presentations in terms of Ayurveda, and how we can diagnose and treat these conditions. On the third class, I will be dealing with the chest pain and palpitation. Especially we Ayurvedic doctors, we are quite apprehensive regarding whether we can treat cardiac anomalies or not. So there are so many conditions where Ayurveda can work wonders in managing cardiovascular diseases, especially arrhythmias, etc. So we'll be dealing with all those things, and also we'll try to draw a line beyond which we have to refer the patient, and so such things will be discussed in detail. So when we can keep the patient, and which all cardiovascular conditions we can keep, and I'll also be sharing some of my experiences in my clinical practice as well. And the fourth session, we will be dealing with other disorders of the cardiovascular system, especially the commonest one being the hypertension, and other vascular diseases like peripheral vascular disease, like obstructive disorders like TAO, etc. Especially whenever we think about hypertension, we just think about Sarpagandha, and that is not right as far as our understanding is concerned. So we have to, there is no one pill therapy for hypertension as far as Ayurveda is concerned. So such things will be discussed in the fourth class. And most of the times we will be dealing with the modern diseases and how to interpret those things, and how to examine and diagnose all these things in Ayurvedic perspective, and how we can frame a treatment plan, or how we can prescribe medicines in these conditions. So that is my aim. I'll be dealing, in short, I'll be dealing with respiratory and cardiovascular system. I hope this program will be beneficial for all the participants, and I wish all good luck for the organizers for conducting this smoothly. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mukesh, for that introduction. Thank you for that. Of course, some of the cases like cardiac cases, we are not so confident, and this sessions might give us an idea about what we are supposed to look at and start practicing a different specialty that we might have wanted to practice. Again, I just want to tell for those who are just come in, there are links in the chat which you can use to just click and join, and WhatsApp, where we'll be posting all the details about the course later on. We have next Dr. Jayakumar R. And so before I give it over to him, let me just give you a brief introduction. Dr. Jayakumar R. completed BMS from SDM College of Ayurveda, Hassan, completed post-graduation in Roganidhanam from Government Ayurveda College, Pariyaram, Kannur. His thesis was on male infertility related topic. Since that time, he was dealing with different kinds of infertility in couples. Under his treatment, more than 500 couples were blessed with progeny. He was practicing infertility treatment in Kerala, especially Samad IVF Hospital at Trivandrum, and special consultant in Ayurvedic Hospital, Kochi. Now he is working as a medical officer in the government of Kerala. So without any further ado, let me call upon Dr. Jayakumar R. Excuse me. Hello, Dr. Jayakumar. Please unmute. Yeah. Yes.
Good
Over to you,
evening.
sir. Yes.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, please continue. Please start. Yeah.
Thank to Dr. Syam to introducing me. And thanks for all the organizers for including me this webinar series. I am dealing with the topics infertility in 2 sessions. But infertility is now a burning issue in our population. Nowadays, more couples are coming to Ayurveda because it is cost effective and a very patient friendly also. So my session is in 2 sessions. First session is dealing with the general approach of infertility and most common cases which are coming in our OPD basis, both male and female fertility problems. And it will cover general approach, do's and don'ts when we are managing an infertility as a clinician, and what and all step we have to take while consulting, including our language, everything. We are going to a part of their personal matters. So we will be very carefully to deal with the infertility couples. And the Ayurvedic correlations and Ayurvedic approach, what management we can do in this field of infertility. And mainly male infertility is my specialty. And in that, most of the doctors nowadays depending on semen analysis report only for treating infertility. But that is not at all only one thing to depend on that. Semen analysis report always not correctly we are getting. And we have to do the one body concept, and we have to thoroughly examine as a dosha, prakriti, vikriti, everything we have to analyze, and then we can go to the treatment. And my second session on examination and differential diagnosis, especially in, for example, in male infertility, many kinds of problems will be coming: oligospermia, asthenospermia, and teratospermia. In oligospermia, in case of oligospermia, many kind of, in Vata Prakriti person will be having suffering with the oligospermia. In Pitta Prakriti person will be suffering with oligospermia, and Kapha Prakriti. And the approach will be, the treatment approach will be different in these cases. In modern approach, there will be a single approach almost all time. But in Ayurvedic, we'll be treating with according to the dosha, the condition of the patient, and the situation, the prakriti, everything will be analyzing and diagnosing. And also, I am dealing with the reproductive medicine. Nowadays, diabetes and all very common. So after that, the erection, sexual reproductive health is not good. More patients are coming. That also in the second session I am using. Most of the I am approaching in my what and all my clinical experience. I have treated more than 500 succeed couples, and in that ward line I have approached, and in higher correlation with in acinospermia, oligospermia, and where we can correlate, in which range we can correlate with Ayurvedic medicines, how it will be applied in our body, and the common Panchakarma, what and all will be using, and some of the rasa preparations we can giving best result in infertility. Most commonly, what and all my experience that I am going to show in the second session. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jayakumar. Thank you for that introduction. And I'm very sure that will be an interesting topic, because we need to specialize. There's a saying that specific is terrific. If you can specialize in infertility management, I believe you can build a career upon it. So let me thank you, Dr. Jayakumar. Let me go next to Dr. Sitara Satishan. Dr. Sitara Satishan, Assistant Professor, Department of Prasuti and Sriroga, PNNM Ayurveda College, and Consultant Physician at Kerala Ayurveda Nilayam, former Assistant Professor at Ashtangam Ayurveda College and Consultant Physician at various hospitals. She has an eminent academic track of being university topper in PG and college topper in UG examination, and bagged prizes for paper presentation during academic years. Completed her UG from Vishnu Ayurveda College, PG from Amrita Vishwavidyapitham, PG diploma in yoga and from Annamalai University. Has published many articles, presented papers and posters in various national and international seminars. So let me now call upon Dr. Sitara Satishan. She has a hello. She was our faculty for Uttaravasti procedure. Not Uttaravasti. Previously she was also part of our programs. So Dr. Sitara, hello. Hello.
Am I audible, sir? Hello.
Yes, doctor.
Hello.
Over to you. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Respected faculties, team Pradipnya, and dear participants, a very warm good evening. First of all, I thank Team Pradipnya and Dr. Rahul R for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this Asiana program. And also I appreciate Dr. Rahul R for selecting a topic like this, because clinical methods and prescription in Ayurveda is a very relevant topic, because we all know that we need to practice Ayurveda in a customized manner, because for the same disease, for each patient we have to follow a different line of treatment, because based on the prakriti, based on the nidana, so based on all these we need to write our prescription. And for coming into the prescription, we need to have a proper diagnosis. And for this diagnosis, we need to know all the clinical methods, and also we need to know how to assess how to make the connection between the nidana and the diagnosis. So for knowing all these things, this program, the Asiana, I'm sure that this will benefit you all in such a manner. Okay, and I will be dealing with the gynecological part in this session, and I'll be taking three classes, and the first will be on the examination and clinical investigation in gynecological cases. In that, I'll be dealing with the physical examination that you have to do in patient regarding each presentation, and also the various clinical investigations that you have to suggest the patient to do. And in the second session, we will be dealing with the pathologies in relation to the gynecological cases. That is how you need to assess the various nidanas leading to the various presentations. Like that, we will be discussing in the second session. And finally, in the last session, we will be dealing with the clinical approaches. One example I can say is that if a patient comes to you with dysmenorrhea, you have a wide variety of medicines. For example, you can treat that with Gandharvastadi Kashayam, you can use Saptasaram Kashayam, you can use Kulatadi Kashayam. So how to select these drugs when a patient of dysmenorrhea come to you, how you can select whether you have to go for Gandharvastadi like medicine or whether you have to go for Kulatadi. So to know all this, you need to know all the backup, like what are the examination part, the clinical investigation part, the pathology, the prakriti of the patient. So you need to have a connection of all these to make a proper prescription. So in our session, we'll be dealing with all these parts. And I hope this is a very good opportunity and all of you make use of this online platform and try to get benefited from this Ashna program. Thank you, Team Praditya.
Thank you, Dr. Sitara, for a lovely introduction. Again, I just want to repeat. Dr. Rahul is posting links in the chat, which you can use to join a WhatsApp group where we'll be posting all the details about this program later on. The brochures, all the details will be posted there. Even if you are not, if you're just coming late, we'll be posting the same video also there so that you'll be able to see it afterwards. Now, next we have Dr. Vandana A. She completed BAMS from Parshinikada Ayurveda Medical College and MD in Roganidana from Government Ayurveda College, Pariyaram, Kannur. She has co-authored the book Ayurvedic Practical Prescriber with Dr. L. Mahadevan. And currently she is working as an assistant professor in Ashtanga Ayurveda Chikitsalayam and Vidyapeetham Palakkad in the Department of Roganidana and Vikriti Vijnana. She is also interested in the management of lifestyle disorders like diabetes mellitus and thyroid dysfunctions. So let me call upon Dr. Vandana for her introduction. Dr. Vandana. Hello. Yes, Doctor.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Please start. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shyam sir, for. I'm thanking whole team of Pradipna for giving me an opportunity to become a part of this unique webinar. So the importance of this program has been described by all the speakers before. So I will be explaining about my class. I will be dealing with the general examination. All of you know that general examination is the most important part of clinical examination. By this general examination, a clinician will get a general idea about the health status of our patient. And through this general examination, a clinician can directly understand which system is most effective, and he can directly focus on that particular system. So I will be taking 3 classes on this particular general examination. So in the first class, I will be speaking about general examination entities, which will be told in the format of our contemporary clinical science. We know that we usually perform vital examination as part of general examination, and we will be performing blood pressure examination. So we got a value on blood pressure. So our challenge is to convert this value of this BP into our Ayurvedic language. Otherwise, this performing BP is not a useful thing. So in the second class, I will be trying to give the relevance of these general examination entities in our Ayurvedic clinical practice to prescribe in a better way. And in the last class, in the third class, these all classes will be connected together. So in the last class, we know that in our Ayurvedic system, there is a detailed elaboration of this Roga Pariksha and Yogi Pariksha. But few things are scattered here and there, which needs to be bring together for performing in a better way. So, and we have some unique concepts like AMA, OJS, etc. That concepts are not seen in our contemporary clinical practice. So in the third class, I will be trying to make a better or precise this general examination, Ayurvedic general examination entities in a systematic way, so that it can be practiced, it can be performed in our general practice daily. So by this class, I think it will be easy for all clinicians to do Ayurvedic general examination in a better way, to arrive at a better conclusion about the disease and to prescribe better medicine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Vandana, for that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you can post doubts if you have in the chat box, and we will go through them after the introduction by the teachers. So next we have Dr. Mohammad Mirdas. He's MD in Ayurveda, has got over a decade of experience in the field of spine, joint, and neuro care, specialized in neuro rehabilitation. He's currently working as an assistant professor at PNPS Ayurveda Medical College, Kanjangad. He was the head of department in spine and neurology at High Life Ayurvedic Multi-Speciality Hospital, Mukkam. He was chosen as an expert in the autism awareness program conducted by CMAT, Government of Kerala. Under his guidance, his department is successfully managing neurological disorders, paralysis, hemiplegia, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, migraine, pediatric neurological diseases, and spine and joint problems. He has presented several papers at national and various on various subjects of neurology. So without any other ado, let me call upon Dr. Mirdas. Hello, Dr. Mirdas. Hello. Hello. Hello, Dr. Rahul, can you hear me? Hear him?
Yes, sir, you are audible, but Mirdas sir is not audible.
Dr. Mirdas, hello. Hello. Dr. Mirdas, you're not audible. Maybe I think your mic is having some trouble. If you can. Okay, I think he's having some network issues. Let me answer a few of the questions in the chat that that was here. So the first one was can a BMS first year student join this? I wouldn't say that it is it will be beneficial for you. Of course, it will be beneficial if you are able to understand the concepts. But I think at least a second year person will be much better suited for this. I think so. Okay. But if you are interested, you can try and see if you are able to understand the concepts of this program. Okay. Next, we have another question. What is the fee structure? From where Ashna classes begin? Yeah. The fee structure is 2,999 for the students and 4,999 for the for the practitioners. So UG students will be, sorry, I'm very sorry, there's a small mistake. It is 2,499 for the students and 4,999 for the practitioners. And the classes will be starting from 25th of January to 20th of February. Okay, and the classes, the timing will be 8 to 10 o'clock. So we'll be opening the room at 7:30 and we'll start by 8 and we'll be ending by 10 o'clock. The reason we have kept it at this time is because, the evening times are crucial for our practice and we are all trying to make a living, right? So it is, always better to learn, from 8 to 10 so that, your practice will not be affected. Doctor, is Dr. Mirdas back?
Yes.
Okay, let me try. Yeah, Dr. Mirdas, hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes. Okay. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, first of all, thank you, Dr. Shyam, and Dr. R. Rahul and Team Pradipnya for this wonderful opportunity. And here I came to introduction about my topic in neurology. We know that neurological disorders has a promising scope in the field of Ayurveda, especially in the clinical practice. We are in everyday clinical practice, we are facing with so many neurological disorders. And even though all the neurological disorders are coming under the purview of Vada Vyadhi, it is very important to analyze the etiopathogenesis in terms of modern knowledge and in Ayurvedic view also. Because in some cases, even in some
Dr. Maddas, hello.
in neurology, there are some misinterpretations regarding the
Hello, Dr. Maddas. Hello. Yeah, I think he has lost his connection. I'm very sorry. I think he is having some network issues. Maybe we'll send his message in the groups later on. Let me go to the next question. The language will be we'll be using English as a language so that it'll be easier for all the students and all the practitioners from all over India to attend. That is that. And yes, we will be providing recordings of the classes, and we'll be providing it for 3 months time. Is there anything else that you want to add, Dr. Rahul?
Nothing, sir. It's all right. And Dr. Rahul Arnair is here.
Yes. Okay. I'll hand it back to Dr. Rahul Arnair now, so that he can just conclude. Afterwards, we'll come back and try to answer a few of the questions that we'll be having, and I will be ending the session thereafter. Okay. So over to you, Dr. Rahul. If you have to add anything, you can.
I think there is not much to add now, because almost all the speakers have shared their views now. And I think this is going to be a fantastic session. Why? Because it covers the entire range of topics which we Ayurvedic doctors are facing every day in our clinical practice. And more than that, I could see the opportunity for clinical students, just like Dr. Shyam sir has told now, that it will be useful for students ranging from second profession onwards. Why? Because we can see that just like I myself and all other clinicians are repeated here, that more and more people are now getting into Ayurvedic clinics, preferring us. Then we are having a huge responsibility to maintain. That means we should be precise in our diagnosis, precise in our approach. We should use more and more Ayurvedic techniques. We should use the ancient wisdom in current clinical practice, as well as we should provide pocket-friendly, precise prescriptions to our patients and follow them up very well. So in order to revolutionize our practice, we need to learn, all of us, and not the listeners, ours also. We all should together learn the clinical practice in Ayurveda. And one more thing I want to add is, when the investigation techniques are coming into the forefront, gradually the ability of the physician to recognize the clinical signs and symptoms which everyone see in everyday clinics is getting reduced. Because if you are becoming more and more focused on investigation, you will become a physician who believe the machine. Instead, if you are focusing on the clinics, if you are practicing the mindful medicine, if you are sitting in your OPD, you are mindfully looking into the patient, analyzing all her symptoms, signs, all our assumptions and using the techniques of prescription from Anumanam, Astopadesham, etc. live in clinical practice, we can have very good deductions about the patient who is sitting in front of us. So what I believe that an inch change happening in our knowledge will create kilometers of change in our clinical practice. So this is the final take-home message I want to add from the part of faculty, because if you can have good changes in your clinical know-how, that can reflect on your clinical practice in a bigger dimension. So my best wishes for all of you. Thank you, Shyam sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rahul, for that conclusion for that. And there are a few questions in the chat about the recordings. Yes, recordings will be made available for the participants, and yes, the recordings will be there for around 3 or more months. So 3 months is what we usually give. So thanks to all the teachers for introducing their topics. So please, next slide, please. Yeah, these are the course details. These all details will be posted in the chat that I just told you about. Dr. Rahul is posting the links to the chat. If you click on the link, you will be added to a WhatsApp group where we'll be posting all the details of the courses, so that you can just reevaluate if it is going to be useful for you later on. So all these are the classes and all the details about that. Please, next one. Yeah. Again, the teachers, yeah. And again, I just want to tell you why, Ashna, if you are coming late, I've already told this before, we'll be having, the focus will be on precise and comprehensive sessions on clinical examinations, system-wise analysis of clinical presentation and diagnosis, which is very important for us if you are to treat any case, right? Detailed discussion on clinical approach and diagnostic methods we'll be having. You'll be able to ask questions during the sessions if we have time, or else we have a dedicated WhatsApp group where all the questions of the students or the participants will be answered by the teacher, and we'll try to keep that WhatsApp group so for as much as possible, as much time as possible, so that it will be like a hand holding for you if you start to practice the subject. A clinical journey from presentation through examination and ends in good, precise prescriptions. Diagnostic considerations of various system, Ayurvedic and modern approach. We have to study both, right? So we do that. And clinical examination of Ayurvedic approach. Versatile subject experts to handle the truth. So handle the sessions. So we have handpicked our teachers and made sure that we give the best of what we can. Next slide, please. So this is a site that you can find us at www.pradijna.com. You can reach us at pradijna@gmail.com. Also, we'll send you the WhatsApp numbers and the numbers that you can contact if you are having any suggestions or concerns about this. These are the numbers. Please note down these numbers. And if you are interested, you can ask. If you have any questions, you can ask here. There are 1 or 2 questions more. Let me just see. Yeah, recordings will be made available. We'll be giving you an orientation session on how to get the recordings later on, just before we start the course. Yeah, and of course we will be putting this this introductory session as a video in the group, so that if you have missed any part of the video, you will be able to see it again and get to know that. The link is posted in the chat again. Just want to tell you a brief quote, so that you will be able to remember this tomorrow. Learning never exhausts the mind, and that was said by Leonardo from Vinci. Next. So these are my partners, Dr. Anjana Unnikrishnan, Dr. Rahul J, and myself of Pradijna. So just our take-home message for you is keep learning, keep growing. Thank you, and have a nice day. Good day. Yeah, good night.